Hey guys, we're back with Tim again.
Hi.
And this time I'm pushing the plastic crack that is Adeptus Titanicus onto somebody else. It's your turn, Tim.
Fantastic, and I'm looking forward to get that crack addiction going again.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the games played. What the game played with Nick. I think said to you before, it's reminiscent of Battlefleet Gothic, which I know you did used to play.
I did a little bit, yeah. I did enjoy it. I'm looking forward to, something new.
Issuing orders
yes.
and being a cool general. So we will get down to the mission in a second and get things underway. But Tim's taking command of the Chaos Forces because the day he takes control of an Imperial Loyalist force is going to be the day he dies, I think.
Yep.
And I'll be taking my blue and white boys. Nice. So let's do battle.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so Tim, you set your guys up in this shanty town over here because stomping on these terrible looking houses seems funny.
Well, it's the right of it's the Imperial. They just deserve to be crushed.
Exactly, underfoot.
Yep.
Taking shelter behind this, I call it a satellite dish, but technically I think it's a radio telescope, but I'm really not a science person. Well, I am, but not that sort of science.
Yeah.
And these guys are hiding out here behind the refinery.
Being all scouty.
Indeed, I've got some sneaky scouting going on here with my knights and my warlord and reaver in the middle, and then more fast-moving units on the edge. We've got objectives there, here, and here, which we have secretly noted down, which is going to be our priority objective for more points, and then the other ones will be worth less points each. I think it's 15 and 5. So okay. Tim and I will be vying for something on the battlefield, so let's find out what it's going to be as we get into turn 1. Right, Tim, talk me through your movement process here.
So I thought I'd sweep out, trying to nip through the undergrowth of the buildings with my scouts in heavily inverted commas, whilst kind of sweeping around on the right-hand side. Kind of drew you out a little bit over here, I feel, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it was sneaky. I was planning to move my Cerastus up behind this building and have really good cover, but then you moved your Warhound ahead of me and I was very annoyed.
Yeah.
For me, just some up-centre movement. The Knights tried to get behind this building to get some cover. Didn't work out too well for them, but they're still there, which is a benefit compared to my previous Knights experience. And this guy's nicely snugged down behind here. Shooting was a bit of a mixed bag. I've got 2 Warhounds here without shields.
Yep.
My Warlord's got almost no shields,
and
would have had no shields if the moderati of Tim's Warlord hadn't made a range miscalculation of 1 inch with this Sun Fury plasma gun.
So close, and yet so far.
So let's head into round 2, where we're actually going to have to do something with our damage control phase, Tim.
Oh, good.
Right, it's all kicking off in turn 2. We've got some sneaky movement here. I took the bait with my Reaver because Tim moved his Warhound up the middle to come in and punch him. But Tim, you had priority, so it didn't really work out that well for me.
Unfortunately not, and a very large flame and a large amount of bolt rounds, heavy bolt rounds into the body of your Reaver has left it a little worse for wear.
By a little worse for wear, Tim, means I already have critical damage on my body, and it's only turn 2 because he bypassed my shields and rinsed me. I punched him in the head and knocked him backwards 2 inches, but it didn't really do any damage.
Unfortunately not.
Totally not worth it. Bit more combat over here that we'll get to shortly, and let's see if any action happens in the shooting parts.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop. Shields down on the Warlord after a dreadful punishing salvo from the Vulcan Megabolter over here, and Tim's already learned to fire the Vulcan Megabolter first so that this thing can deal some actual damage. So, yeah, this guy could be in a bit of bother.
Here's hoping.
Quick update, the Knights, as you can see, are no more because this thing fired about 1 million shots into them. They had done some heroic work in peppering the legs of this Warhound, which is now seriously limping after being punched, shot and shot again. But they are no more, which is longer than lasted in my last game, Tim, when they died in the turn 1 volcano cannon hit. And there's been some shooting from the Warlord over here to start rinsing this guy's armour away for them to get in and stab. But now the concerning part where Tim fires both of these 2 models at what feels like point-blank range at this point. Right, this Reaver is weathering all sorts of firepower. This one brought its shields down. Now the Warlord is going to give it absolutely everything, which is slightly concerning. So the Turbo Laser Destructors first.
Needing 3s.
That's going to hurt.
Location. Body.
Body, okay, that's
not good for you. All right. So now I'm rolling and adding 8 to this. Plus anything else?
Yeah, plus 3 because it's so badly
So I'm
damaged.
adding 11 to this.
Yep.
2 ones.
The double ones really help.
But plus 11 is a 15.
That is another. That is a critical hit. Oh dearie me. I think I take 2 criticals for that because the critical hit ticks it up, and then you're supposed to deal additional damage, which takes me up another critical slot.
So I need 1 more.
1 more and it dies.
This seems the right thing to do.
Okay. Off camera, Tim has decided to give it everything. So what's happening, Tim?
So with my what's it called? Sun Fury Plasma Annihilator.
It's a great name.
Which is a great name. We're going to have 4 cooled shots into the chest.
Oof, yep.
With maximum firepower.
Yep.
So
quick reminder of how bad it's looking for his body.
Needing 5s, any 1s will increase my react.
Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, he's got it.
Adding.
You need to not roll a 1, Tim.
Cool. Cheers, Rick.
Right, I have some quick stabbing action here with some free cooled shots from these lances, piercing his torso. Now he is also venting plasma all over the shop, and we've got some heavily damaged models. It's really going to kick off next turn. It's all going Pete Tong. He can't issue the charge order because apparently the Princeps is a bit confused by all the alarms going off in the cockpit, which would have been really tasty in here. Even if I blow up, it would have been funny. But now it's just over Tim to his orders, and he can do so at his leisure. All right, 5 first orders going off here from Tim's Reaver as he hopes to peg this guy before he punches him square in the face.
Needing 3s. Needing 4s.
He's got the 2.
Oh,
that's a wrong dice, Tim.
That's a wrong dice. I'm always doing that.
Line caller.
2 hits.
There's 2 hits now. More importantly, Tim, where do they land? This is the one that really matters.
Special in the body.
That is very bad news for me. Go on then.
So I'm adding. So it's strength.
Not double 1s.
Oh, cheers for that. There we go.
Oh, let's see what happens when a Titan dies. And there we have it. The outcome wasn't as bad as it could have been. The Titan just stumbled a little bit up this way, fell over, and has an inglorious demise at the foot of this hab block. I would have liked it to go nuclear, but unfortunately the reactor wasn't quite hot enough. Never mind. Next time. It's, first blood to you, Tim.
Fantastic.
What once was a warlord here is now a warlord here, and unfortunately that gap there is less than 2 inches. So I don't think he's going to be having a good day in the combat phase. And also, Tim has just pointed out that now my warlord can barely see him because of the stupid skyscrapers. We didn't take reactor overheats into account, and this guy's gone into the orange so badly that after they stabbed him in the body, his reactors leaked all over the shop, and he's just going to go bang. So let's find out if he blows up, because that would be a really, really embarrassing death for these guys. Okay, we've got a magazine detonation here. The blast gun has gone nuclear. They've suffered 3 hits.
Are they going to save?
Are they going to save? It doesn't say that you don't get saved, so I assume that you do. On a 6. Oh, nice. Okay.
Do you have +1 because you're a...
No, but do you want to roll to see what happens to the guy that does get hit? Tim, which dice was that?
That's the 4.
It was that one. That is going to be a devastating hit, which killed a knight. Okay, tough decision time for me here going first. I did want to fire with this guy because that claw. But the warlord instead poured everything into the Reaver, firing his last Sun Fury with maximal fire, warming up his reactor, but getting this guy's body down to almost dead from full, which was quite a positive outcome for me. I don't think it's going to pay off in the long run though, Tim, because this is about to get messy.
So,
all right, it's fisting time. This claw gets 3 attacks. Tim's hitting on 3s. He's elected to punch him in the face because it's cool.
3.
That's 3 face punches. Let's see what it does.
And it's concussive as well.
It's concussive, and he's taken a critical hit to the face.
So what does the concussive knock
you
you
roll
back?
a d6.
5.
I pivot 45 degrees to the right. Quick rules clarification from Tim, whose first game of Adeptus Titanicus is today. Yes, after he punches me in the face, it's not all over because every other weapon can fire. You really want to punch them back out of combat, don't you? And then shoot them with your ballistic skill. Paired turbo laser destructors first.
Needing 5s. Oh, miss.
Ooh, he whiffs.
Annihilator.
Sun Fury Plasma Annihilator time.
Again, needing 5s. Two
hits. Ooh, and he's inside 2 inches, so no shields for me. Hits to the weapons.
So that's a 12 and a 14.
And a quick check of the rules, and Tim has disabled both of my Warhound's weapons, so it's wandering around with nothing to do with itself. Alright, Warlord is shields down, and this time it's actual damage guns coming in from this thing rather than a Warhound, so what you got, Tim?
3s to hit you with a Turbo Laser Destructor.
Body
Special.
again.
Oh, 12.
12, that's a direct hit to the body. Good way to start. Hit from the melter. He's not in short range. It's in the head, though. That's concerning.
Yeesh. Oh! I'm going to do it.
Right, Tim has decided to fire his volcano cannon into the shieldless warlord. He is, as we can see over here, on orange. Answers in the comments as to whether he should have done this or not.
It's a 6.
It's
marked
good.
for death. In the leg.
In the leg, okay.
Okay. 14.
14 is a direct hit to the leg.
Oh, it's a blast.
Oh, okay, so you need to...
So I get 2 again?
2 hits. Yep, you're going to get 2 hits.
And a 12.
Okay, it's another direct hit. Well, that's done, apparently. So the warlord has lived through yet another round of shooting. But it's getting real messy over here. Tim firmly controlling the centre. So if this is his objective and or mine, bit of bother. I've got one over here in his deployment area, though. And I can easily sidestep onto this one. I've pretty much given up on this one because there's an unharmed warlord and I've got a gunless warhound. So I don't rate his chances. But you never know. Right, interesting choice time here. I issued a charge with my Cerastus. The Reaver that I was going to charge has wandered over here. I bombed it through the building with my Warhound, closely followed by Tim's, and he's bundled his in here. Because we are playing for objectives as it's the last turn, so we're kind of gambling on who's picked the middle objective at this point, with everything piled in. I'm not sure if Tim's picked it or not with this here. So I'm going to loiter on the objective that was a little closer to Tim's deployment zone. And my Warlord's kind of backed up onto this one and Tim's Warlord has firmly held that one. So it's a bit of a gamble as to which of us has picked this because the choice of priority objective was kept secret. And we will reveal it at the end of the game. So let's find out if there's a mess in the middle pans out because I'd have to get the Cerastus in there and kill the Reaver and not have my crippled Warhound die, which doesn't seem likely. So, yeah, let's find out what the shooting brings. Man, this has gotten very, very tactical here. Sneaky move here to threaten my Cerastus on this objective, but I'm not taking your bait, Tim. I'm not going to shoot him in the bum.
You sure?
I'm instead going to use my Warlord to try and get rid of this Reaver if I get very lucky, and hopefully my Warhound is within 6 of that objective because we'll measure that at the end for, you know, ultimate tensions. Or my Warhound could die to your Warhound. Anything could happen, but I'm certainly not taking your trap. And we forgot the damage control phase before we went to move on shooting. And yeah, Tim's had a bit of an issue. Some plasma leakage. It's gone horribly, horribly wrong, and his Titan has suffered the final pip on its body and has had catastrophic damage. So, Tim, what we got?
Oh, it's a 9.
Oh dear, let's consult the book.
To a 10.
What do we have here? We have a catastrophic meltdown. D3, number of holes in the Titan's plasma reactor status track. Every model is going to take D6 hits, bypassing shields equal to 9. This is going to be messy. We'll resolve this off camera and come back to the smoking wreckage. Right, so the smoking wreckage actually did leave both these Warhounds a bit damaged. They took critical hits to the legs and the head, the body, sorry, but not too bad. But Tim's just reminded me that this Warhound, is it, Tim?
Yep.
Is also in orange. So what have you got?
What do I roll?
D10 plus 1.
D10 plus 1. 7.
7, much tamer this time round. And a 6 is another plasma leak, so it's D3 strength 9 hits to the body for this one, Tim. So not 2 minutes ago did I say my Warlord was going to bear all of his shots down to the Reaver, but that smoking crater means that all I've gotten is a single Sunfury plasma that's just in arc of this Warhound here. These are corridor and can't shoot anything, and this one on this side can't see. So let's see if I can do anything to this thing's rear shot. So I am taking your bait, Tim. I take it back. We had a slight change of plan. In fact, the Cerastus discharged its shield to knock off the Warhound shields ready for the rear shots. So let's see if that was sensible, as Tim now gets to do some nasty business over on this side.
Mega float.
I mean, I tried to goad him, but yeah, Tim's got a brain, so... he's going to set fire to this guy instead, who's already dealing with this smoke. So the Warlord managed to hose this guy without killing him, after he'd hosed the Cerastus without killing it. Tim's got some serious reactor leak problems, but it is not dead, and this is the last turn, so that's what's going to count. Although, as pointed out by Tim, he goes into red next turn, which we think could be pretty funny. So let's just resolve this area of the battlefield over here, as Tim has free reign, and we'll wrap it up. And somehow this Warhound managed to survive all of those rear shots inside of his shield. So he does look like he holds this objective. So it's going to be very important who chose that one. As Tim's Warlord now will pepper mine with some anger shots at the end of the game. Okay, so interestingly, Tim has snagged this objective off me here. I control this one here. He obviously controls this one here. And I am within 6 of this one here. So, Tim, which was your secret objective of priority?
I feel I had to defile a cathedral, so I went and claimed the one by the cathedral.
So that's 15, 20 points to Tim. And I picked the centre of the board, which I cannot believe I hold. So that is 15, 20 points to me, which makes it a solid draw and an absolute mess. So a draw, but quite a bloody battle. There's several engine kills.
Yeah, all round. It was, thoroughly enjoyable.
Your thoughts?
It's a remarkably deep game. From a rules perspective, it feels quite light.
Yes.
Certainly compared to 40k.
I think the cards really help. The game aids really help you keep track of what's going on.
Very much so. I think it's a really enjoyable game, and I think, I was looking to add some knights to my armies, to my chaos army, but actually, do you know what? I might just get some go into this because it's not actually that like they're expensive, right?
But you don't need that many.
You don't need that many.
See, this is how they get you.
Yeah, it's just that plastic crack, you know, plastic crack all the way.
But thanks for joining us for Game Tim. That was an absolute blast.
Cheers for having me. It's been enjoyable.
Good, and we'll be back again with something soon. So see you guys.
See you later.